She founded an architectural concrete company.
He founded a $100 million clothing company.
She took the world by storm as a social media star.
He took the world by storm as a famous serial entrepreneur.
Together we started a business.
And had babies.
Now we're figuring out the best ways to do both.
Join us as we learn from other entrepreneurs going through the same life struggles.
As they share their life hacks about success, love, kids,
and everything in between.
Welcome to the Pretty and Punk podcast. My name is Dan Caldwell.
And I'm Ildiko Ferenczi.
And we're going to do a show today.
Don't be jealous.
You really bring it out when you say it. I appreciate it. I appreciate you showing up.
Thank you.
So today we wanted to do a show because we're still in the middle of this pandemic and it seems like things are getting worse again. And we're seeing a lot of people out there hurting and their businesses are being closed down. I just drove by a place yesterday. It was a little MMA studio that I always kind of look at because I was thinking about going to drop in there and train in there for a minute. And I saw they closed their doors and it's done, because even though
it's frustrating.
Well, they're being demanded to close their business, but the rent still keeps coming.
We're just about to celebrate that everything's opening up. And now everything's starting to shut down again. This is the rumor. And now we're physically seeing this happen.
Well, I think they're closing bars again. At least I saw that in Arizona.
Well, that's nothing we're missing. But we're talking about our friends, the people we know, the people that are listening to the podcast right now. We feel you. You guys are losing your jobs. You guys are getting notice. And what are you going to do? Because the bills keep coming.
Well, yeah, especially if you're working for somebody else, all this stuff is out of your control. A lot of it's out of control even if you have your own business, but really out of control. You're really out of control if you're an employee because somebody may just decide, we're going to close the business just because we're worried about, we don't even want to try to implement procedures to keep people safe. We're just going to close the business. It's never been a better time in history for a lot of reasons, never been a better time to start your own online business of some sort.
Exactly.
Even if it has a brick and mortar piece to it, but being online where you are your own person, as much effort as you put into it is what you'll get out of it. And it's never been a better time to start your own business.
There's so many different options out there. You are so blessed because you can choose. Do you want to sell a product? Do you have Skillshare? And there's so many different ways. You can have an online course. There's just so many different ways to bring in the bacon.
And it's true because you can now, courses, people are teaching information is a multi-billion dollar industry now. Every time I'm on YouTube, I'm getting marketed with somebody who's got a course on something. If you're doing something you've never done before, you feel like you need somebody like that to help you, to carry you on that path. And so, there's great coaches out there that are doing that for people.
Right.
But you could be that coach. There's something
I feel like people are intimidated because it could be something this simple. One of my lady influencer friends, she started doing like a do-it-yourself night mask and selling a course to that. Just super simple. The options are endless.
Yeah, something you would never think, like a night mask.
No, who's going to buy that? I'd be intimidated to do that, but she just got up and did it. It was just like the simplest thing. Rather than spending all this money on product. Of course, there's drop shipping.
Yeah, but products are still a great idea too. With Alibaba,
Absolutely.
If you guys aren't familiar with Alibaba, it's our connection with China, mostly Chinese products, but they have products from all over the world, but mostly Chinese products. I know a lot of people think of Chinese products as being cheap products, and sometimes they can be, but they also make really, really good products.
But there's American drop shipping as well.
Yeah, and you can do American drop shipping, but the whole idea is that if you are working, when I started my company, I worked for the first 4 years of that business. I had two jobs. I was financing the business. And a lot of people think you have to go quit your job day one to go start and be an entrepreneur, and you don't. That's not true. you could still be working your job. And especially now today, there's so many things that are in place. Like, let's say you started a product business. You could actually, like, let's say you're selling makeup. Kylie Jenner just became a billionaire from selling makeup. That makeup, you could actually, well, I want to say it's drop shipped from, I don't think she ships her stuff from China, but let's say it was, because there is makeup coming from China. You could have an answering service fielding your phone calls for orders. Plus, you would be taking orders online, of course. But if somebody wanted to call in, they felt more comfortable doing that, or they had a question, you could pay an answering service to do that. And an answering service is only about $35 a month. So just to maintain them, and plus they charge you for the phone call. But obviously it's according to orders too. So if you're getting calls for orders, you're paying for the phone call, but you got an order for that. So it's paying itself off.
And there's different tactics to really get this thing moving now, like funnels. Like, I didn't even know about that a few years ago. Like, all this craziness that just, yes, Daniel.
Yeah, sure.
Here we go.
Our little entrepreneur
real.
helper. Funnels to help you sell, drop shipping to help you, well, not just drop shipping, but actually a shipping service.
And she's
a fulfillment service to
influencer
ship
marketing.
That product for you. So if you had the makeup, or let's say you were selling a workout equipment or whatever it is, a fulfillment company who you would ship the product to could ship the product out for you, and they only charge like $5 per order for that. So if you have a medium price product, something priced at $50 or $100, and they're charging $5 to ship, that's a little hit that you got to take, but it's worth it, because you could be sleeping, or you could be at your job, or you could be taking care of the kids like we are now, and still shipping out product. And we do that every day with our businesses too. That's definitely something you got to think about if you're thinking about starting a new business. There's always a way to get it done. And those excuses are not here anymore. They're just, they're not available to you. So that's not your excuse anymore. You can't be using it.
Okay, YouTube. You guys have heard this, but if you haven't, anything is available on YouTube. There's Udemy, Skillshare. And then there's your paid for ones on Teachable.
Well, that's for
Kajabi.
For information products. If you want to put a course together, you can.
But if you want to learn, say you want to learn.
Well, to learn. Oh yeah, to learn. Yeah,
to learn
absolutely.
how to do an online business, because some people are coming into this not knowing. Like, where do I start? Like, they have no idea. We've done this before, but we're still learning many things. Things change all the time.
Oh yeah, just this morning we were watching a show on YouTube, just because, there's things that are, people are learning that we're not able to keep up on everything, because we have so much that we're doing to forward our businesses. So we'll jump on YouTube and we'll like, hey, let's look up something. We were watching something yesterday on just copywriting. There's people in there that are much better than us at that. So why not learn from them, and then it's a free video on YouTube. Or a free video on Skillshare. You can go on there and watch somebody teach a course, and not that they're always better. We watch a lot of courses where we see people that, maybe par with us. We have the same mindset, and we're probably about the same level. But there's people that are a lot better than us too. So we just have to find the right course. So what we just want to get across is that even when you're watching kids, and obviously if you could see us right now, you would know that we got our kids with us and we're enjoying ourselves, and we started a business together. And also I have a business with partners too, Grip Knife, that we have set up all these things in place. One of my partners has a job, and sometimes, he's got to go to work, and then he comes home and he works on the company, and we'll work on the company together.
And don't be shy to partner with someone that you feel that you have the same mindset with, that lives 10 hours away. Like, none of his partners are local. So, that's another thing that's unheard of. That's unheard of. But hey, my partner lives in Canada. Don't be shy. Just dip your feet in and go for it.
But yeah, because you might have somebody like a childhood friend. I have one of my best friends growing up moved to Utah, and so now he lives in Utah. If we were ever to start a business together, it's totally possible today, because we could jump on video chats and do our Zoom calls and talk through our business ideas, then sit online and put the business together. And we never have to see my partner in my other business. I haven't seen in a year.
Which is perfect for parents.
But yeah, we see each other every day.
And maybe you need this and maybe you don't, but you could be sitting out there wondering, how am I going to get my next meal tomorrow? Like things are really bad, or you're trying to start your business and you don't know how you're going to fund it because you lost your jobs. You go through your personal inventory. I've done this in life. I watched my mom start her first business through personal inventory. She started her antique business because she had antiques around the house. That was all she had. And, you know, it's amazing what you will come up with in your garage, in your closet, extra bags, shoes, blouses, hockey cards, whatever you could find around the house. Do your personal inventory. Put everything in a pile that you don't need. You can list it on Craigslist. You have Facebook. There's Marketplace. And you can make, you know, $100 and up a day. And this is a worst case scenario, but maybe it may evolve into a business, or it's going to save you guys and get your meal for the next week and get you guys up off your feet.
If that means going to garage sales and buying things for $1 and selling them for $50
on eBay,
that's totally possible. And you could start your business like that. So whatever it is, it's totally possible. And
there's options.
And we are both living proof that can be done. And if you go on YouTube and search out other examples of people who started businesses, they all have stories of struggle. So just start. That's the hardest part. It honestly is the hardest part of starting a business, is just getting started. So we know you can do it, and we're here for you. And if you have any questions or anything that you want to ask us, or anything you'd like us to cover on the show, be sure to hit us up on our social medias. We'll put the links in the description below.
And
we look forward to hearing from you. Yes. And we're going to have some guests on next week, so we're excited about that.
Yeah, so excited.
And thank you for tuning in, and we will catch you next week.
We love you, and stay blessed.
Thanks for listening. Please subscribe. We love you.